السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، Alhamdulillah, we are fast approaching this month of Dhul Hijjah. In this month of Dhul Hijjah, we are reminded of the life of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam is that one Nabi who is nicknamed Abu al-Anbiya, the father of the Anbiya. And this was an honor given to him because of the various sacrifices that he went through and he passed successfully. Allah Ta'ala says, وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنْ. Every test that he was given, he passed it. Every single one of them. إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ رَبُّهُ أَسْلِمْ قَالَ أَسْلَمْتُ لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Any time, any occasion, any command that came that required him to submit and to surrender before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, Aslamt. I surrender, I submit myself before the Lord of the world. And this earned him that status, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continued the legacy of the Anbiya through his progeny. So what are the actions, what are the acts that we are reminded through of the sacrifice of Ibrahim alayhi salam? And more so than the sacrifices, what lesson do we derive from these acts of Ibrahim alayhi salam that we need to also adopt and to practice in order that we also become the Khalil of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just as Ibrahim alayhi salam became the Khalil of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We look at the relationship that we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What kind of relationship is it? One type of relationship is that which is between a master and a slave. Allah is our master and we are his slaves. That is one relationship. And this relationship of a master and a slave is manifested when we come for salah. When the time for salah comes, we are told, خُذُوا زِينَتَكُمْ عِنْدَ كُلِّ مَسْجِدٍ. That you wear the best that you have. You adorn yourself and you come to the place of prayer. Not in your pajamas. Not in any sort of garment that you just throw on and you just walk into the masjid. We're only going to the masjid. No. Allah Ta'ala says, خُذُوا زِينَتَكُمْ. Whatever you will wear and you find acceptable to wear, to go to a wedding, to go to a feast, to go and attend an occasion, that is the sort of clothes that you're supposed to wear when you come to the place of prayer. And when you're coming, even if you're running late, the command is don't run, but walk with dignity, walk with waqar and sakina, and enter the masjid. No problem if you're late. Make it up after the salah. And when you enter, you must have cleansed yourself from your clothes to your body. If you don't have wudu, go and perform the wudu. Clean your hands, clean your feet, so that every part of yourself is clean. And then when you come and form the rows, then too, or even whilst you're walking, whilst you're waiting for the salah to begin, the command is, be quiet. Don't make too much noise. Remain in the dhikr of Allah, because it is as though you are already in salah, waiting for salah. The same way you are here now waiting for salah is as though you are in salah. So therefore don't do anything which you would do outside of salah. When the salah begins, Then you're told that raise your hands, say Allahu Akbar, then bow your head in a way that your eyes are fixated where you are going to prostrate. And in this manner, we display with every command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with every Allahu Akbar that the Imam pronounces, we just obey. And we go from one posture to another posture until we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And in between every salah, in every raka'ah, we declare to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you alone we worship, you alone we are slaves to, and you alone we seek help from. That is our manifestation of us being the slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Him being our master. So look at the rules which govern the relationship between the master and the slave. Now look at another relationship that we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the relationship between the lover and the one whom he loves. That is another relationship that we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That we are those who are seeking the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we want to earn this love. We want to become accepted by the one whom we are seeking. We want to be validated by Him. We want to be known as the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is manifested when a person goes for Hajj. And another occasion for those who don't go for Hajj, another manifestation of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is when we offer the sacrifice, the udhiyah. Now how does the rule change? A person going for Hajj is no more going to wear the best clothes that he has. But the best clothes he has, no matter what designer he's wearing, no matter how expensive, he's told take it all off. Don't even have your underwears on. Take that off too. It could be a Romani ones or other CK ones or whatever it may be. It's worthless. Take it off. Only 2 sheets. Wrap it around your waist, wrap it around your shoulders. Leave your head bare, and now proceed. And you must have done this before you arrive at a certain boundary. You must have changed your clothes. You must have removed your footwear and have your sandals on. And as you go, the more virtue is for that person who is looking more disheveled, who is looking more untidy. Yes, no perfume allowed either. So no matter how much odor your body is letting out, now the occasion requires that you show your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by not applying perfume. Arriving at the masjid, yes, you are supposed to be smelling good, looking good. But now, disheveled, untidy, unkept, miles and miles of journeying, maybe through desert, maybe through intense heat. And now you're pronouncing the labbaik loud and loud, declaring that you are there present in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No more is that rule applying now, whereby you have to walk into the house of Allah with waqar and sakina and with quietness. But now you're required to raise your voice in labbaik, in the talbiyah, saying labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. And as you go and do the rites of Hajj, first you are in a place, you're in the haram, where the rewards are multiplied. The salahs are multiplied by 100,000. But then even such a virtuous place as being in the vicinity of the Kaaba, you are told you must leave the haram now and you must proceed to an empty land, to Mina. Stay there not in hotels but within the tents. And there you must stay. And do what? Nothing. Just stay there. You're not going to do nothing. Any special forms of ibadah? No. Just go and stay in Mina. Why are we wasting our time? We could have been in the haram. We could have been doing tawaf. You could have been doing so many more acts with 100,000 times more reward. But you are told, listen, just go to Mina. Just go stay there. The next day wake up and then go to Arafah. Go to Arafah. It could be the blazing heat, but still go there. It could be sunshine or rain. It could be a storm. Just go there. What are you going to do there? Just stay until sunset. When sunset comes, don't pray Maghrib Salah. Usually we say, Astaghfirullah. How can you not perform Salah? The time for Salah comes, you must perform it. But here the command is, don't pray Salah. If you pray Salah, you'll be sinful. You're told now, go. Without praying Maghrib Salah, go towards Muzdalifah. What are you going to do in Muzdalifah? Nothing. Go there. The Maghrib that you haven't performed, perform that, and then perform the Isha too. What else? Nothing. Go to sleep. Where? On the floor. The seven, this is not 5 stars. This will be 1,000,000 stars above your head. And is there the earth beneath you. And that is the best thing you'll ever get. In your 2 sheets of cloth again. With your bare head. And don't forget, when you sleep, don't cover your face either. No blanket over your head. But leave it open. Rules have changed. What else you have to do? Nothing. Wake up the next morning and proceed. Go back to Mina. Now you're going to find some pillars. Is shaitan locked up on those pillars? No, he isn't. Why do you have to go there? Because you have to go there. Pelt one, come back. The next day, just stay in Mina. The next day, go and pelt another 2 or another 3. And the next day, go pelt them again. Is it going to hurt them? No, it isn't. Who is he going to hurt? It will hurt the shaitan. Why? Not because he's tied at those pillars, but because you are submitting before the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Proceed further. You're going back to Makkah now, back to the Haram, and you're going to do tawaf again. And this time, you know that hair which every morning you wake up, you go to the mirror, gelling it this way, gelling it that way, every week going to the barbers, getting a new fade, a new design, a new style. Now is the time to show your loyalty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And get that blade. And over that hair, however long you've been growing it for, 6 months to a year or a couple of years. And you have to shave that head. And that will be the pinnacle of your submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Telling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in action that it isn't my hair, it isn't my beauty, it isn't what I like, but oh Lord, it is what you like. And I am here to sacrifice what I like for the sake of what you like. And that is your submission. What do we learn from this? Come round to the udhiyah. Udhiyah is such a thing which, unfortunately, where we live in the West, we actually don't fulfill the true right of the udhiyah. The udhiyah is such a thing which we're supposed to do with so much enthusiasm, so much love. Even if we cannot afford it, we should save up for it. To offer this sacrifice for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this offering of the sacrifice is a symbol of your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what does it symbolize? It symbolizes you not just sacrificing an animal, but you sacrificing your money. You sacrificing your hard-earned money, your efforts, your sweat. Then on the day of Eid itself, it requires that you spend time going out, getting the meat, having it cut, bringing it home. And of course, that takes a lot of effort for yourself, for your family. And whether it be distributing the meat or cooking the meat, it requires a lot of effort. And that is why a lot of people, they choose to actually just donate some money to some other country, and here we'll sit eating our chicken and chips or burgers, I don't know what else we like to have. But in fact, this udhiyah was the sacrifice that you offer. If you're to bring it home, Allah is your host. Allah is hosting you with that meat. Allah is Allah's hospitality to you. How can we then make us deprived, make our own selves deprived of such a blessed hospitality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And that's what happens if you just send your money abroad and you don't want to bring this udhiyah home, to your own home, then number one, your children are not going to know the value of this Eid. They will say, what's the point of Eid? I sit at home and I eat just as any other normal day. I'd rather go to school, I'd rather go to work, someone will say, I'd rather go here and there. They have no significance of the day of Eid al-Adha. what it represents, what it symbolizes, what the lessons there are to be left behind it. So therefore, slowly but surely, what will happen? They will lose the significance of such a symbol of Islam in their life. The further down, they are only going to trivialize and make insignificant the more important aspects of the deen. So never let an Eid go without you celebrating it as you ought to celebrating it by bringing this udhiyah home. The overall lesson of this, of the udhiyah, لَن يَنَالَ اللَّهُ لُحُومُهَا وَلَا دِمَاؤُهَا وَلَكِنْ يَنَالُهُ التَّقْوَى مِنْكُمْ. Neither the blood, the flesh, or the bones of this animal is going to reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not there for you to feed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala is not in need of it. But what Allah ta'ala wants to see is your taqwa. How much love do you have for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are you willing to make that sacrifice of your time and of your effort to bring that meat home, to have it sacrificed? If we can't, I mean, this was a symbol of sacrifice. Sacrificing your own son. That is what it symbolizes. But it has become such easy for us that all Allah Ta'ala asked us to do is to sacrifice it, bring it home and feast. Have a barbecue if you want. If we can't do that much for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, it begs the question, how much do we love Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? How much do we actually love Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? If we feel if you feel it as a burden, the woman can do 3-4 hours going getting the meat, then even more hours going maybe cooking it, and then a couple of more hours go if I go and distribute it. Do something. Invite the community. Invite the community for a feast. At least they will get to know what our Eid is about. And isn't something uncommon to non-Muslims either. Because Ibrahim alayhi salam was the father of all the other monotheistic religions too. They all accepted Ibrahim alayhi salam as a noble prophet of theirs, just as we do. Invite them if you have to. But show your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you're not there for Hajj to show your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at home we can do so. And by doing so, we're not only bringing the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in us, but we're also instilling the love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the children. At least they are getting to know what their Eid is supposed to be about, and why they are sacrificing, and how they are supposed to put some effort in order to celebrate their Eid in the best manner in which it will be pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, we probably sit there gossip, we probably sit there and watch a movie, maybe as a family or even the children, and the Eid will go losing all of its benefits, and the main spirit behind the udhiyah and the acts of Ibrahim alayhi salam will be totally lost. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to live up to the spirit of the sacrifice of Ibrahim alayhi salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instill that love, that which he had, Ibrahim alayhi salam had for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our own heart. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to also make those sacrifices. Ameen wa rabbil alamin.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya 'ala as-salah. Hayya 'ala as-salah. Hayya 'ala al-falah.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال تعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم، ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم، فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت، وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت، وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت، فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك، إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت، تباركت ربنا وتعاليت. نستغفرك اللهم ونتوب إليك. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك، ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا. ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أبقيتنا، واجعله الوارث منا، واجعل ثارنا على من ظلمنا، وانصرنا على من عادانا، ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا، ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا ولا يخافك فينا. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي، يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم، ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأولى وأعز وأجل وأتم وأهم وأكبر. سووا صفوفكم.